The news of Monika Drwiega's sudden and tragic passing stunned her community, colleagues, friends, and loved ones. A dedicated real estate agent working at RCI Realty in Chicago, Monika was more than a colleague. She was a friend, a trusted professional, and a person full of hopes, ambitions, and dreams. Her life, so full of promise, was unexpectedly and violently ended. As grief settles in, this article seeks not only to mourn her loss, but to celebrate the light she brought into the lives she touched, and to remember who she was beyond the headlines. A passion for real estate and a commitment to service, Monika dedicated herself to her work with devotion and energy. As a real estate agent with RCI Realty in Chicago, she believed in creating homes for people, building relationships based on trust, and guiding clients through what is often one of life's most important decisions. Her commitment to her profession was more than a job, it was a calling. She approached each listing, each client, each transaction with professionalism, care, and the kind of personal touch that distinguished her from many. Colleagues remember her as diligent, conscientious, and deeply respectful. She carried herself with poise and empathy. The world of real estate, often chaotic, sometimes stressful, was something she navigated with sincerity and heart. For those who worked with her and those who sought her guidance in finding a home, Monika represented hope, reliability, and genuine human connection. Off the clock, a woman with dreams, relationships, and heart, but beyond her professional identity, Monika was a human being with passions, relationships, dreams, and a life full of possibility. Friends recall her laughter, her warmth, and moments of candid vulnerability, the kind of authenticity that makes someone unforgettable. She cared about people, she reached out when someone needed help, she offered support without being asked. She had plans, perhaps a bigger career, perhaps personal milestones, perhaps simply more ordinary days filled with connection and hope. Often in tragedy, it is easy to forget the ordinary moments, the nuance of life. But Monika's story deserves that remembrance. She enjoyed friendships, the small joys of life, maybe family ties, perhaps hobbies and personal dreams. She was more than her work, she was a person who mattered deeply to those around her. The world she inhabited was more vivid, more compassionate because of her presence. The tragedy, a sudden end, a deep hurt reports indicate that Monika Drwiega died under violent and deeply distressing circumstances, described in media as a murder-suicide. The abruptness of the end, the fact that someone who was living, working, dreaming just days or hours before, is now gone, turns grief into shock. The pain is compounded by the senselessness, the shattered expectations, the unfulfilled dreams, the rupture of futures never realized. For her friends and colleagues, the shock is raw. For her clients, who might have dealt with her just days ago, the disbelief is real. And for family and loved ones, the grief is immeasurable. Such a loss is not just personal, it reverberates through everything she touched: her workplace, her friendships, her community. The hole left in hearts and lives is deep, sudden, and lasting. A life beyond the headlines, the importance of remembering Monika. It is tempting to reduce tragic stories like this to sensational headlines, to focus on the violence, the shock, the statistics. But real people are behind those stories, and real pain, real love, real memories exist beyond the news coverage. Monika deserves to be remembered not for how she died, but for how she lived, with compassion, professionalism, care, and humanity. She deserves to be remembered for that warmth she offered to clients looking for a home, for the support she gave to friends, for the kindness she showed without expectations. She deserves to be remembered for her dreams, for the life she was building, for the future she was forging. Her absence is tragic, but her memory must live on. What we lose and what we must hold on to with Monika's passing, we lose not only a life, but the potential of all she could have become. New homes she could have helped build, new dreams she could have pursued, new friendships she could have nurtured, all lost. For those she loved, the loss is deeply personal. Birthdays unlived, mornings empty, traumas that time may help soften but never erase. Yet in loss, there is also a responsibility to remember, to honor, to act, to treat one another with kindness and empathy, to value each other's lives, not just when tragedy strikes, but every ordinary day, to hold close the ones we love, and to recognize that behind every news headline is a person, with stories, hopes, fears, and people who love them. Honoring her memory, a call to compassion and awareness. To honor Monika's memory is to carry forward the compassion she showed, the respect she embodied, and the humanity she lived with. It might mean being there for someone who feels alone, offering support to a friend in crisis, being kind even when you think no one notices. It could mean advocating against violence, supporting mental health, offering empathy and outreach to those who may be suffering quietly. Her life, though ended too soon, can still spark change, awareness, support, and kindness if we choose to remember with love and intention. And for those who knew her, sharing stories, memories, laughter, grief, these measures help keep her spirit alive and help heal the wound she left behind. A goodbye, but also a hope, so today we say goodbye to Monika Drwiega, not with finality, but with remembrance. We say goodbye with tears, yes, but also with gratitude. For the time she was here, for the lives she touched, for the love she gave, for the kindness she embodied. We let her memory remind us that life is fragile, often too short, that we must cherish the people around us, that we must hold close the good we have, and that even in darkness, a single life lived with integrity, kindness, and love can light the path for many others. May Monika rest in peace. May her loved ones find solace in memory. And may we, as a community of humans, honor her by living with more compassion, awareness, and care.